Hi, I'm Hannah from Rompiendo las Barreras. Today we're going to talk about the difference between tu and su. So in Spanish, these are possessive adjectives, and in general, an adjective is something that modifies a noun. So noun is a person, place, or thing. So an example of this in English would be like, you have your book, or I have my book. So the your and the my are the possessive adjectives. Now, there's some confusion with this in Spanish, and I think it derives from the fact that we have two different forms of the word you in Spanish. So we have usted, which is our formal you, and we have tu, which is our informal you. I've talked a little bit about the differences between these in another video, and I'll link to that at the bottom of this video. So if you want to find out the difference between tu and su, go ahead and check that out. And so I'll give you an example of this. If we want to use the informal you, so tu, we would say, an example of this in a sentence would be, tú tienes tu libro. You have your book. Now, the first tu, which means you, is tu with an accent on it. The second tu, which means your, that's that possessive adjective, is tu with no accent. Now, contrast this with, usted tiene su libro. You have your book. This is the formal you, the usted. And so that su is used instead of the tu to show possession over the book. Now, another way that there might be some confusion with this, other than the fact that we have tu and usted as our two forms of you in Spanish, is that the su, used with usted as the possessive adjective, also is used with his and her to show possession. So we use it to show possession with él, ella, and usted. So some examples of that are, él tiene su libro, he has his book. Ella tiene su libro, she has her book. Usted tiene su libro, you have your book, the formal you. So it's going to depend on the context to determine whether or not that su is modifying él, ella, or usted. And but if you see su, you're going to know that it goes with usted, the formal you. And when you see tu with no accent, that's that's the possessive adjective for the informal you, which is tu with an accent. So hopefully that clears up a little bit of the difference between tu and su. If it doesn't, or if you have any other questions on it, please send me an email. My email address is below this video. If you'd like to continue learning Spanish, I offer lessons over video chat, and you can find out more about that on my website. The link for that is below this video. Thanks for watching.